Hi everyone, this is Stacy Portugal, weight loss coach, and we are on Facebook Live. So it is Tuesday, it is June 7th, and just a reminder that I'm going to be doing this really most every week. So keep an eye on my Facebook page to get the most recent update. And just so you know, I do this for additional support. So just so you get a little extra boost during the week, whenever, whatever works for you. But as many of you know, I struggle just the same way that you do. And it was my own struggle that really led me to further my education and help support others. So Facebook Live is a little tough because I'm doing all the talking and I don't want to bore you. So I really want to, yay, thank you, Katie, I see you. I really want to hear what you have to think, what you have to say, sorry. So I want you to feel free to just comment or even if you can, just like something if you agree with it, because this will really give me a sense of what resonates with you, and I'll make sure I spend more time on it. Even off-topic comments are okay because I want to know what you're interested in so I can bring you more of it in the future. Also, if I'm pausing or looking to my left a little bit, it's because I've got notes on a screen, but also I see you guys like popping up on the screen and I see comments. So I do want to take a moment to read the notifications and just make sure that I'm really interacting with you. So I promise I'll try to get better at this as time goes on. So I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's get right to it. Is there a time of day that your plan just tends to unravel? And do you see this as a daily or almost daily pattern? And could this time of day be a transition for you? So, for example, that 4 p.m. bewitching hour when you're transitioning from daytime to that slump in the workday, or that dreaded after-school Olympics, or just the anticipation of the evening. Maybe when the sun goes down, especially in the winter here in Chicago, and all you Midwesterners, I know you relate to this. But when the sun goes down, do you feel the need to raid the pantry? What is it about this transition that's unsettling for you? I want you to just go ahead and start making some comments. And even if you're watching this on replay, make comments, interact, because I will keep an eye on this to bring you great future programming. So could all of this be resolved just by building our skills to cope with transitions more successfully? Do you notice that sometimes you navigate these transitions more successfully than others? And I just want to point out that if you're commenting, I won't call you out by name. Don't worry about it. Just say what you want to say, and I'll make sure I either respond to it if it's timely, or we'll get to it, but I'm not going to call anyone out. So say whatever you want to say. Anyway, do you notice that you navigate these transitions more successfully at sometimes rather than others? Keep that sort of in the back of your mind as we talk today. So these are just a few examples, but noticing your patterns of behavior is really key to unraveling those habit loops and changing the way that we think and live. So weight loss is not magic. We all know it. It's hard work, it's knowledge, and the perseverance to get it done. But you need to be solution focused. So tell me, folks, where do you typically unravel? Could successful transitioning help you, and how do we transition more successfully? Now, don't forget to let me know what you think. Just comment, like, whatever it is. Let's talk about a few healthy ways to be more successful when we notice these sorts of behavior patterns. The first thing to look for is to begin to notice what's going through your mind at that particular time of day. Let's say it's Sunday evening and you find yourself going off plan in response to maybe the dread of the work week. Maybe you're anticipating afternoon stress Or maybe it's just kind of a quiet morning to the end of the day, maybe anticipating loneliness, boredom, you fill in the blank, whatever you're feeling in the evening. It almost seems as though our chemistry changes, like our body chemistry at the end of the day or in the evening. I mean, does anyone notice that the way that I do? I can really feel that anxiety at night for whatever the reason. I'm perfectly fine during the day. But even babies, like if you brought up a baby or a baby, they have sort of a bewitching hour too, and it very often is in the late afternoon or the evening. So none of us are alone. Hit like if you agree. I definitely see it. Anyway, let's talk about the power of the pause. So taking a moment during these times to really listen to that voice inside your head. What are you thinking? What is that emotion in your heart at that moment? Understanding your feelings is the first step to strategizing what might work best for you. And I also want you to keep in mind that if you notice that at certain times you're not feeling this way, I want you to think about what you're doing. Maybe you're running to the mall in the late afternoon, and that's just kind of getting you through that transition, whatever it is. So the next step to replace the unwanted behavior with something either more productive or just relaxing, depending on what the situation is. Let's go back to that transition from day to night. If you've listened to what you are truly hungry for, it could be that maybe you're feeling lonely or at night, or maybe you're just dreading the next day's to-do list and it's causing you some anxiety. Maybe you have a hard time winding down from the stress of the day. And so you're seeking the immediate comfort of food, and that's really common as well. So the next step here is to find the appropriate replacement. So what do I mean by that? Here are some suggestions. As I said before, run some errands, go for a walk, walk the dog or dogs, create a to-do list to kind of manage the anxiety of what you need to get done the next day. Just finding things that bring you joy and creating a routine of it is going to be the key here, so that you can kind of ease the anxiety or whatever it is that you're feeling. So another thought is, maybe it has been a while since you've eaten a meal and you are feeling physical hunger. Maybe you've eaten too little during the day and you are experiencing physical hunger in the evening. Or maybe you had lunch at noon and you got home from work at 6. You're hungry. So that could even bring anxiety. So thinking about a late afternoon snack or a more appropriate planned snack for that time of day, if you feel that physical hunger is what's causing you to eat, that would be a really good idea. You definitely want it to be a healthy snack because you want it to maybe get you from point A to point B, from lunch till dinner, if we're talking about late afternoon, or even in the evening, making that treat something a little bit more productive. Some yogurt and fruit comes to mind. But sit down and enjoy it. That's the one thing I would recommend. If you're, eating out of anxiety, even if you are physically hungry, which will make you anxious, just sit down, plan for it, enjoy it. And that might just solve the whole thing. So we've got two routes here. One is it a physical hunger or is it an emotional hunger? Both, obviously very common. And so just thinking about, what you're actually hungry for and what is going on in your mind and what the situation is, when's the last time you've eaten is going to make a difference. So tell me what you think about that. Go ahead and just like it or comment if you want. I know we're just in the middle of a Tuesday here, but I thought I would try out this time and just see what people are preferring. So I kind of want to hear your feedback on that as well. And that's a really good suggestion. I'm seeing on the screen that someone says just to drink a glass of water, and maybe that would help you determine if it's a physical or an emotional hunger. Something else that comes to mind is, are you going for the pantry, or are you going to be okay with a yogurt and some fruit? So it's sometimes what you want to eat. If you're looking for like heavy duty carbs, you know, the heavy processed stuff versus a healthier, more productive snack, that could be an indication of physical or emotional hunger. So now comes the hard part, okay? So I'm just checking my time here. So we have to create healthy routines that actually stick, or we're kind of wasting our time. And that is really where accountability can help you. So finding a friend, finding a coach, you know, some sort of, you know, your tracker, some sort of built-in accountability so that you can help yourself build that routine, and creating cues that will remind you of your new routine is a good thing. So here are some examples. Your gym shoes are left in a place where you can see them as soon as you return from work. Or the dog leash is right on the door. So you know when you're walking in the door, the shoes don't come off, you call the dog, you take the dog out, and that becomes your wind down routine. Even just putting a healthy snack that's packed and ready to go, either for the car ride home or for when you're getting home. Maybe you've done something as simple as putting a yogurt with your fruit and the spoon all together in the fridge, so you're just going to grab it when you walk through the door, or when you feel that afternoon slump or that evening anxiety coming up. Oh, I think I lost you for a second, but now I'm back. One other quick thing I want to recommend is, you know, if you tend to come home and you're like going for the wine, maybe a healthier routine is having that beautiful wine glass out, but going in the fridge, grabbing the Pellegrino with the fresh lime and pouring it into your wine glass might be a little bit of a healthier routine. So just, you know, it can take up to 4 months to create new routines that stick. So be patient with yourself and treat yourself with kindness. Remember to always be good to yourself and be solution focused. So what do you think about all this? Do any of these transitions resonate with you? Even if you are watching the replay of this, let me know what you think, and let me know what you want to hear more about, or what you like, or what you don't like. If there's time of day, whatever. I'm really experimenting here. So, and do you have a great strategy that you would like to share? Because I think all of us would really benefit from it. So I'd love to hear from you, really. Just feel free to comment below, and just share the brilliance. I want to hear from all of you. So thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time. Take care.